Welcome back. Dr. Kaatura Consulting Vet is hosting an informative day for farmers to learn about the latest advancements and best practices in animal health and welfare. The event aims to provide farmers with valuable insight and practical advice on how to improve the health and productivity of their livestock, ensuring a sustainable and profitable farming operation. The day will feature expert talks and interactive sessions, providing farmers with the opportunity to ask questions and engage. Dr. Kaatura now joins us on the line. Doctor, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening to you and good evening to listeners. Thank you I'm very much delighted to be in your program this evening.
Doctor, to start with, let's talk about some of perhaps the key challenges that you face in maintaining the health and productivity of your livestock. And you can also tell us how you currently address these issues.
Thank you very much. Allow me just to give a brief overview of what we do and what we constitute. I created a WhatsApp group known as Dr. Kaatura Consulting Vet with the sole purpose of giving or sharing ideas in veterinary-related problems that farmers are experiencing. This WhatsApp group was basically created during the COVID-19, where most of complaints of farmers were not really attended to. So we created it somewhere in March of 2021, and by opening up the WhatsApp group has resulted in farmers actively participate and learn from others in various diseases. As we all come together, you know that there was a bit of restrictions, so people were not moving, but by creating a WhatsApp group, we started sharing ideas with farmers, where farmers will bring in their problems, and then we will be able to advise them. And that is how we started this WhatsApp group. But otherwise, after that, farmers started requesting that why don't we not just have Farmers Information Day? So we have been having Farmers Information Day since 2022, about 2 or 3 of them per year, visiting different towns. And so this year, we are now also having another Farmers Information Day. So that way, it has really helped a lot of farmers to farm really productivity and for their issues or their cases to be resolved promptly.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us, Doctor, about the most significant benefits there are from implementing best practices when it comes to animal health and welfare.
Let me answer by saying that a farmer losing an animal that otherwise could have been prevented by simply vaccinating or getting advice on how to treat it should be considered as a failure. So it is very, very important that if a farmer loses an animal that could have been vaccinated or be treated, we should consider it as that's basically a failure. That's all what I always tell farmers. Information is quite vast. There are veterinarians in different towns of Namibia at farmers' disposal. And secondly, I wish that one of the farmers that are on this WhatsApp group could have been interviewed, because they will give you a brief overview of how the assistance that they are getting. Mm-hmm. And rather than, so what we do is that despite them getting information from a veterinarian, they also start sharing challenges that they have and see how best they can be able to improve. Mm-hmm. Rather than waiting for a veterinarian to come to your farm, you can actually simply just get an assistant promptly within a few minutes. And so that's the benefit that most farmers have really experienced or benefited from this particular intervention.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And Doctor, how do you stay up to date with the latest research and developments in animal health and welfare, and what resources do you perhaps rely on for guidance?
Yeah, not only do farmers benefit from this intervention that we have created, but I also do benefit. I found it as a hobby on my side, and because I do this freely and I do it during my free time. So at times it's very much challenging what farmers basically send or that they are experiencing. It's a particular disease that the farmer sent on a WhatsApp with a video, and then you have to try to engage. So I do some consultations with other veterinarians to see how best we can be able to help. Or at times I even read about what exactly is the problem and basically advise the farmer accordingly. So that way it also gives me to be up to date with the current activities or new interventions or new diseases that are actually emerging.
What role do you think technology and innovation plays in improving animal health and welfare? Are there any specific technologies or tools that you are currently using or that you're interested in adopting?
Certainly, yes. Previously, when we used to grow up, there were some TV shows of veterinarians in the late 1980s, of, say, Dr. Bayer, and of late, of course, we know the famous veterinarian Dr. Paul. However, there is now advanced technology that comes in, as I've said. The WhatsApp group is basically taking a lead towards this. A farmer at his, you can just imagine a farmer at his farm or her farm with a problem of a cow that is sick. All what he needs to do is just take a video, a picture of that particular animal that is sick, and then he just send it on the WhatsApp group. Be it as it may be, another farmer might come in and advise them, or when I get time, I basically come in. I'm also a full-time employer, so at times I normally assist them during after hours or even on weekends to try to answer as questions are coming in on this particular WhatsApp. So WhatsApp really has helped as a first aid. I call it as first aid before you basically visit your nearest veterinarian. So you can basically assist or help an animal that is quite sick, and then thereafter the farmer can basically proceed to go to a nearest veterinarian. As I've said, I'm also a fully employed person. I do have two assistants, ladies that basically help me a lot. Ms. Nola Shaimi and Wendy Kamwiri are the ones that basically help me with the logistics, and they are the ones that arrange for Farmers Information Day, and they just do extremely well, and then I just come in and start doing what I need to do with farmers.
You mentioned that you started the Farmers Information Day initiative in 2022, so this will be the third year that you're hosting it. I want to talk about what you'll be covering during your information session this year, and perhaps other than yourself, who some of the speakers will be.
Well, on the 8th of June this year, we will have Farmers Information Day. So just this coming Saturday, we have a Farmers Information Day at Newham Experimental Farm. The activity will start at 8 o'clock, going all the way until 17:30. So farmers that will be present, we always ask them to wear protective clothing, because of course it's hands-on. It's not just somebody sitting in a class. This is a training that will be done while animals are standing there. So some of them will be advised on how to restrain and so forth. We have various topics that we'll be covering, such as the recent diseases or common diseases that they should be able to prepare themselves during this period of time, how they should be able to handle vaccines, the cold chain and all that, the various dewormers that we normally keep to be able to treat internal parasites. We'll also train them on doing age estimation. How do you estimate an age on an animal? Decisions on what bulls you want should be able to buy. So farmers just go to a farm and just buy bulls, but then we'll try to teach them some different techniques. So we'll put about 4 or 5 bulls where farmers will be able to look at what characteristics or features they should be able to look for in order to be able to buy a better bull for better productivity of your herd. I also have an assistant, another person that will also come in is Mr. Frank Kangwachivi from Feedmaster. And, you know, we are now in a drought situation. So Frank Kangwachivi will give us the different feeds that one should be able to feed his or her animals. Also feed formulation, feed mixing. How should we be able to mix the proper feed for your animals to grow very fast? And also lastly, he's going to teach or train farmers on rangeland management. We need to farm with grass, not animals. And that is his talk that he's going to do. So he's going to take farmers to a nearest camp that has been overgrazed versus the one that is well kept. So he's going to advise farmers what features should they be able to look out for if a camp is overgrazed versus the one that is well kept. So that is what we will be covering from 8 o'clock until 17:30, on the 8th of June, 2024.
Dr. Kaatura, thank you so much for your time this evening. Thank you for joining us, and all the best for the information session this Saturday.
Thank you very much.
We're going to continue with our conversations here on the Daily Roundup with Nina. Stay tuned.